We could
Nope,
just.
it's not live.
It's gonna
Oh,
be.
it did go live. What the hell?
I hit go live. I thought you said start the broadcast.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard too. That's why I asked.
It's 10 minutes. You can just kill the audio if you want for now.
It's not going yet. It's just the title screen. At least shouldn't be.
Okay.
Is any audio going out?
I don't know. I haven't checked. Let me take a look.
I'll look.
You can just kill the audio if you want.
Yeah, it's definitely playing.
I just heard
yeah.
you.
I got a good bit of engagement on my posts about this one, so hopefully some people show up.
Let me know if
Do you want to throw in some music? Just prelude music? No, I'm just saying. You don't have to. Okay, start the show.
I already did. Started a minute ago.
Well, it just says end stream. It continues to say it. Now, okay, now I see it. You got the face up there. Where are we at? We're not even on there.
Yeah, why are we looking at
There we go. Shush.
a window?
Is that window not updating?
Okay, now
It will.
it's trying.
There we go. Wow. You made me the biggest window.
It's zoomed. They're all the same.
It just kind of looks like it.
Why isn't it moving on my screen?
Yeah, it's not moving on mine
either.
either. Oh boy.
Boy, dude, it must be a latency thing. Can y'all hear us? Oh, we got 10 people in there.
All right, I'll try a different capture method. That looks better.
Wait,
Okay.
let me maybe just refresh. Oh, it started moving. And now it's not moving.
It's like, okay, there it is. It's moving now. I'm moving.
It should be working fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's working. Thank you, Michael Jordan. Good to see you. How's everybody doing tonight? Thanks for joining us on the Midnight Blend.
Next time we'll use Restream.
Yeah, next time we'll use Restream. But this is kind of a last minute thing because I was in Portland all week. And
how was Portland?
It was great. There was no bullshit that people were talking about.
All the bullshit's on the South waterfront. It's not anywhere else. Well, other than the regular Portland bullshit.
But you know how they make it sound like, oh, it's all fucking Portland. It's all
nobody makes it sound like that.
It's well.
What about the?
There's no need for a fucking National Guard.
The National Guard. Okay, I don't know why everyone got this idea that the National Guard is going to be like roaming the streets. The National Guard is going to be on ICE facility property only, protecting ICE. That's it. They're not roaming around. Period. They're protecting from the rioters that have been there for like 120 nights.
So do they still have it to where, like all drugs are decriminalized?
I believe so.
That's kind of rad.
They were talking about repealing it or limiting it, but I don't know if they ever did. But they have a serious homeless problem. They have a serious crime problem because they let all the criminals out because they're like on a cashless bail system. It's
cashless bail. So what do they bail against?
Nothing. They let you out.
Oh, well, that's not.
Because they prefer social workers to actual punishment. It's the socialist way.
So what, like they get you doing community service and that kind of shit?
No, if you even go to trial.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Proper introductions. I'm Dave Cruz from Beyond the Strange. As everybody knows, everybody else introduce each other.
Jerry, you know who I am. I'm me.
You never know.
I'm Gigi, and I just learned who Jerry is.
For the two listeners we have.
We have 14 people.
Oh, do we?
We had 14 people.
I can't. I didn't.
Yeah, I think our false start kind of might have thrown some people off. Like, oh shit, they're live. They checked, and then there was nothing happening, and then they left.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well,
But it's all good. We
it's
we
live.
told everybody it was 6 o'clock, so
Yeah.
hopefully.
It's after 6 o'clock, so whatever.
We
But,
started 6:02.
yeah, that's actually sooner than some of the other shows that we
This is true. This is true.
we fucking start like half an hour into the show and shit. No thanks to me sometimes. So Jerry got it together. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
He is our producer tonight. Hey, what's up, Susan? Astro Lunachick is in the house.
Susan.
Pat Breeze, the Elf Man.
Elfman, what's going on, buddy? Diane.
And Diane.
Whole bunch
Good to
of
see.
wonderful in the chat there.
A lot of the OGs.
This is
Like
just
a
like
game, like
this
a-
is like being on Spreaker. I got a Spreaker
Almost.
boner. I got a Spreaker boner.
Wow. Yeah. It's going way back. But anyways, that was a nice way to start the fucking show is with all the shit that's going on in Portland. But like I said, it's I'm just confirming that there's nothing going on there.
The
Not that I see.
the main nastiness is relegated to one area. It's a south waterfront area, and basically it's a 2-block area, 3-block area. That's where all the violent stuff is happening. However, Portland on a whole has a whole bunch of other shit problems.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
But it's
but
been like
that's-
that, dude.
I know it's been like that, and that's not what anyone is trying to address with anything. And like I said, the
I've seen more-
National Guard is just going to go there to protect the ICE facility. They're not going to be like roaming the streets. This whole narrative that, Trump's militarizing cities. He's not. He's sending in, he did it in LA. National Guard went to LA. They stayed on ICE on federal property. They never left. Same thing's going to happen in Portland. Same thing's going to happen in Chicago.
Right.
Apparently some
I was gonna
federal
say
some federal judge blocked it though, which is not, really can't, doesn't have the authority to do that, but whatever. I don't really care anymore. They need to start arresting people.
oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. But
You can't be standing in front of a car and banging on the windows and shit and not be arrested.
it's a shit show.
It's a shit show. People are stupid. People are mad that the law is being enforced.
Yeah,
And
fuck around and find out.
I don't want to hear, oh, you're breaking up family. No, you're not. If you had a family and you got arrested, wouldn't that break up your family? I mean, it's not like it's only what ICE, it's just the way it works in the U.S. If you get arrested and you're a single parent, the kid goes into the foster home system. That's the way it goes. If you're here illegally and you're a criminal and you get arrested and deported, your kid goes with you. It's even nicer.
I agree with some of that.
And I don't want to. I don't want to talk about this shit. But go ahead. I mean, I didn't
Yeah,
want to.
Okay,
bring it up.
Matt.
We
Okay,
should
Matt
not go
Landon.
down this path. Yeah.
I don't want to.
It's another Matt Landon show.
I don't like all the lies from both sides about what's going on.
Well
Okay.
said. Yeah. Let's
They're very fine
let's
people.
end that
on
path
both
on that.
sides.
Dude, have you guys seen the?
We'll go
There's a
Trump
lot
this
of
tonight.
AI videos being made of Trump skateboarding, and every single one they feature. There's like at least a clip of Biden on a scooter, and then like Trump calls him a scooter. They're like, "I should have known you were a scooter fag." And then
not
the
seen
newest one had, but it like some of the clips actually look like real, tricks an actual skateboarder would be doing. Some of them are like Tony Hawk Pro Skater style, unrealistic, but some of them actually, like I'm impressed the way that AI knows how to mimic what doing a frontside flip looks like and how the feet catch it. And not an easy thing to emulate. But yeah, plus it's just hilarious.
Have you seen? Can I do this? I can. Have you seen
So
this?
Diane is saying she hasn't seen any chemtrails since the shutdown.
Well, chemtrails aren't real.
So I'll shut your mouth, Jerry. So I'll tell you this.
Only
So
Gigi
here
can
in
get away with that.
So in Texas, it's like the only state that has a law that nobody is allowed to spray here without Texas permission specifically. And because of that, from me personally, from 2021 all the way up until around earlier this year, I never saw a single chemtrail during that 4-year span, which was, because before that, you'd see him every other day, just like you do everywhere else. But like I never saw a single chemtrail until, interestingly, right after the current administration got in. Then all of a sudden we're getting chemtrails again. So I would assume that, I don't know, maybe something happened to that law, or Texas for some reason wants them spraying for some reason. But it was interesting that for 4 years, didn't see a single chemtrail here. But now they are absolutely back.
It was pretty interesting.
Have you guys seen? Give me a second. I'm setting it up. I gotta go back to studio mode. Hide this. Come on. All right.
I wonder whatever happened to. Did you say Matt Landman earlier, or did I just hear that?
No, I said that.
Okay,
said
random. Maybe that's how, but anyway. Where is Frankenskies 2? I know he was almost done with that documentary like
Was
a few
he?
years ago. And or at least
Was
that's
he
what he
really?
told me. Yeah, I mean that's what he told me. But I mean the first one was so good. Um, like it was just really good the way he did it in chronological order with the history of it going back like around 100 years. It was just so well done. Um, and yeah, I've got so many questions about, like, we just need another one of those. But yeah, that dude's busy. Like he'll travel to some random county for a hearing, like on the other side of the country, and just show up and give a whole speech in front of the little county there, and whatever those little county meetings are where people come up with their gripes about the town or whatever, and he just goes all over and does those.
And he's not
And,
wrong. I mean, there is geoengineering going on, and there is cloud seeding, and there is other shit that we don't know about. But a majority of what people call chemtrails is actually airplane exhaust.
Well, there's a very simple way to tell. First of all, airplane exhaust.
No. I'm not talking about condensate. I'm talking about actual exhaust that doesn't dissipate or it flattens out.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is exhaust does dissipate after like very quickly. It doesn't stay in the sky for an hour.
No, it does. It does. There's so many additives in a lot of jet fuel that's used by a lot of companies. That residue hangs in the air, and depending on the atmospheric conditions, it can linger, spreads out, and becomes like a sheen.
So it can do that exactly, but that's like,
that's not a chemtrail.
It's but those conditions for that to happen, for non-chemtrails, the conditions for that to actually happen to where they look like chemtrails is hardly ever. It's like less than half of 1% of a chance.
Then why do they come out of the back of airplanes, commercial airplanes?
Well, first of all, a lot of those planes are so high up, and you wouldn't know whether it's coming from the side as well as the back, or just the back? From
I've-
that far away, it
I
kind of looks
used
the
to
same.
film them. I saw it happening. It's the regular planes. It's jet fuel exhaust.
Yeah, but anyway,
For
point is,
the most
yeah,
part. Yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just
that-
saying what people.
yeah, so that definitely happens, but there at the same time, there's also a shit fuckload of chemtrail spraying going on. Also,
How do you even know that?
because I've also filmed and zoom in with my phone, and you can see 5 different streams of shit coming
And
out.
who's doing this? And your phone's not going to get high enough resolution to film the plane, to get the tail number and all that. I was able to track down every plane I filmed.
Yeah, but there's I mean, there's all kind, there's fantastic documentaries like Frankenskies, that, use proper equipment and show you exactly, what's going on. You've had people come forward about it, former Air Force people that like found out that they were doing that and spoke out about it, and their careers got fucked up, and that whole kind of thing. It's definitely a thing, and also the place, scientists have come out to all kinds of hearings because they've been collecting data for years. Like, okay, well, this area where you've been spraying, there's like a 30% increase in ailments related to, aluminum oxide and all these other things that are known, that they say themselves, the ones doing the spraying, that they have to, the borium, the aluminum, all that stuff, that all causes problems.
Barium.
Yeah. What did I? That's what
you said.
That's what I
Borium.
thought
You
I
said
said.
borium. Barium, strontium,
whatever.
aluminum.
Exactly. So all the things related to that stuff, problems that can be caused by being in an environment with that stuff in the air,
Don't test Jerry.
they fucking are directly correlated to where they're spraying that stuff. And I mean, it's definitely happening. But yeah, your point, sure. I'm sure there's times where exhaust under certain conditions can look like a chemtrail, but it's
my point is
very less
not
common.
every line in the sky is a chemtrail. That was my overall point.
I agree with that.
Look, it's not a there's chemtrail everywhere. It's not always chemtrail. That's all. That was all I was trying to say.
Yeah, but there's still a fucking lot of them.
So on a lighter note, if I may.
Absolutely.
No. Well, okay.
I can't find it now. God damn. Tony. I don't know how you guys can see this. I wonder if I do this. Okay, hold on. Let's try this. Let me move this over here. Let me see if I can share screen. Let me know if you can see this.
I see it.
But can everyone else see it? Yes.
No, it's going to take a minute because there's a delay.
All right. Everyone can see it, I hope.
I'll tell you in a second.
So.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
It's on the screen.
Did it go, is it full screen now?
Yeah, that's why I asked you to share, because you know how to do this shit. I don't.
Is it full screen?
It's yours. No, it's your YouTube screen or whatever.
It's showing
There
Twitter.
it is. Okay, now it's now it's a full screen. Well, it's that screen right there. Yeah.
These are a series of videos that people made with Sora about Stephen Hawking.
Oh yeah.
I've seen some good ones.
That's no trick, folks. He is flying point for the Blue Angels. Look at that jet chair hold formation. 7 feet off the deck at over 400 knots.
Where's the other one?
Yes, I saw this one. This one's awesome.
Dropping in, building speed down the wall, up the other side. Here comes the launch, backflip. Oh no, can't hang on to it.
I'm all right.
They get him back on the wheels. Listen to this crowd show their
Thank
support.
you for cheering.
Dropping in, building speed down the wall.
My cursor. There we go.
Hawkins at the very top of the ladder, and he's still in the chair. What on earth is he thinking?
Forward. Oh my God.
That looks great.
Splash in the wheelchair. The table exploded. Cover. Hawkins at the very top of the ladder.
That's awesome.
There takes the Tombstone's bar up to full speed already. Hawking taking the hit on that reinforced wedge, holding his ground. Good. Keep pushing, Einstein talking through the driver's station. Look at the. There takes the.
With the wheelchair. That's hilarious.
Oh my god, that's fucking crazy.
Here he goes, rolling out onto the springboard. Release. Oh, look at the lift. Smooth rotation. Tuck is tight and straight in.
Virtually no splash.
Oh shit, that's hella funny.
It's crazy how good it.
There's a man on the racetrack. That is Stephen Hawking. He's in a powered chair and he is flat out racing the field. He just passed the 11 car down low. He's holding 50. Oh my word! There's a man on the racetrack. That is.
This celebration is unlike anything we've seen in Victory Lane. Stephen Hawking soaking up the moment, beer showers and all.
Hold that trophy, sweetheart.
It's insane.
Sir, I'm going to inform you right now, you're under arrest.
I am being arrested?
That's correct. We're going to need you to stay right here.
Not today. Activate turbo boosters.
Sir, I'm going to...
Not today.
Stephen Hawking is on course. The chair is rolling cleanly down the in-run.
Picking up speed. Look at that stability.
Off the takeoff. Airborne. Perfect flight. Center skis flat. Touchdown.
Smooth as glass.
Stephen Hawking is.
Oh Jesus.
Here he goes, dropping in.
Stephen Hawking on the half pipe.
Picking up speed. Look at that carve straight into the air.
Huge 540 stomp clean. The crowd's losing it.
Setting up again. Here comes the. Here he goes.
I wish they were longer.
Stephen Hawking
This is
dropping
the
in
one.
on the
This
giant
is the one I've
program.
seen.
This is history. Picking up speed, rolling smooth. Look at the
He
setup.
goes for the 9. 3 full quarters of a turn.
Yes.
Lands it clean.
The crowd is losing. Stephen.
That's all I
The
got.
crowd is losing it.
That's
Oh,
all I got. I
Jesus.
thought that
That's
was
great.
I thought that was a good laugh.
Yeah, dude, it's incredible. Like, it looks. I mean, some of those look.
Yeah, it's good
Imagine
for
what it's
something.
going to be like in 5 years, even next year.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty bad that some of that looks better than some of the movies that I've watched. You know, it's just crazy.
But unfortunately, the even if they start making a movie with AI, the writing is still so terrible that it will suck. You know, it's not that the movies don't suck today because the CGI is bad. The movies suck today because the stories are bad, the plots are bad, and the writing is horrible. You know, from what I'm reading about this new Tron movie, well, we shouldn't talk about this. What are we talking about anyway?
Whatever.
What is this show about?
Current events.
Tron is just released. This movie is in no way connected to the last Tron movie, or even the first one for that. Well, sort of the first one. You know?
Did you see it already?
No, I've just seen a ton of reviews. I got a plot synopsis, all that. I know what it's about. I know that the characters from the last movie, other than Jeff Bridges, are not in it. They're referenced once and then they're tossed away. And it's all new characters. As if they're trying to make a new vehicle, you know, a new plot line, instead of carrying forward the one they established in Tron Legacy, which would have been great. The Olivia Wilde, whatever the other guy's name is. You know, she came to the world. Now we've got a program in the user space. Let's explore that some more. And they took that idea and made it into this, you know, I don't want to spoil it for people, but basically you've got two corporations duking it out.
I doubt anyone's going to watch it in our chat room.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, there aren't any. That is true, MJ. That is absolutely true. So the plot basically of the new Tron movie is that the corporation, I forget the name of the company, that Jeff Bridges took control of finally at the end of Tron, and then his son became CEO. You know, with Bruce Boxleitner in Tron Legacy, if you remember that. The company that published the OS and all the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're a military contractor, and they're bringing super deluxe programs through to the real world as virtual soldiers. So instead of like robots, they're programs that are they're hard holograms. I don't know what you want to call them. They last for like a half hour because of reasons. And then there's a competing corporation who. So this guy, the main corporation wants to sell this to the military. They want to make robots. The other company wants to do it for the environment and for make people happy. You know, it's like a girl boss stuff. It's run by a woman. You know, so there's this whole girl boss side, and there's the evil white guy, of course, and all the women are ganging up on him because he's the bad evil guy. You understand where I'm going with this? It's woke infected.
Right.
Yeah.
It's Disney.
It's Disney.
And
But none of the parts of Tron that were interesting, and even things that are brought up in this movie, the interesting philosophical aspects of what is it like for a program to live in the real world? You know, what degree of sentience do they have? Are they just basically programs that go, I'm a program? You know, they don't explore any of that in the new movie. It's just cut and dry, bad dialogue, girl boss time, end of movie. So,
did you guys know about how Disney World is actually like that land is not part of America? It's actually and they are not beholden. You know, it's under the crown of England.
no, it's not.
No, so here's what happened.
It's not. It's not. They have their own degree of sovereignty, and they own it.
Yeah. Well, I'll explain it like this. So, you know, the governor of Florida was, pissed off about some stuff Disney was doing, and Disney was starting to influence politics in some way that didn't jive with him or something. So he's like, all right, you want to get political? Well, how about you start paying taxes, motherfucker? And then as a last resort, Disney comes back, goes, actually, pulls out this paperwork, this document that states very clearly, like, basically Disneyland doesn't answer to anybody but the crown until the last living descendant of King Charles III is dead.
World.
Disney World specifically. And yeah, like, and they put up this old document that reads like a 1600s English document, and it specifically states that until the last descendant of King Charles III or whichever king it was, the last descendant is dead. Until then, the U.S. government can't tell it to do anything because they only answer to the crown. And they brought that to court and everything, and Disney, they won because that is the legally binding contract that they agreed with to whoever let them set up shop there.
It's not true.
It literally is.
It's not literally. I'm reading. It's not true.
Oh, I'm sure you're reading somebody saying it's not true, but that's what happened, and that you can pull up that
The idea
document
of the
too.
British Crown owning land in Florida likely stems from historical context, as Florida was under British control from 1763 to 1783, but all such claims were relinquished after the American Revolution. Today, the land is unambiguously under U.S. jurisdiction and owned by Disney or its affiliates. No credible sources.
There might be a
suggest-
distinction between maybe
not
land is
true.
not the right word to use, but they are for sure. They don't have to pay taxes no matter what the governor of Florida mandates because
Not true.
they
It's not
only
true.
answer to the crown
It's
in that
not
regard.
true.
It is.
Show me. I'm telling you.
I do have the clip somewhere on my phone.
I don't want to see a clip. I want to see documents.
Yeah, well, it shows.
I don't want to
the
hear some Ian Carroll bullshit story.
it shows the document.
No,
the
I
clip
want a
have,
copy
but-
of the document to read it. I don't want someone holding it up.
Yeah. Well, I don't have that.
Well,
but,
that you find
well,
me that.
there's some homework. Maybe somebody
There you go.
can. I'll try to
What I
find
can
that.
tell you about Disney World is that they do have a special deal with the state in which they operate as a sovereign entity within the state, and they pay limited to no taxes.
Yeah, basically no taxes. Yeah.
They pay
But they
taxes
do-
on certain.
they
Collect sales tax on food items and stuff, right? So they pay some taxes. The
Yeah,
company
but-
as a whole,
yeah.
I don't know what the tax arrangement is, but they have a limited tax. When this whole thing came up, this all stems back from the stupid, what do they call it? Don't say gay bill, which had nothing to do with that. And it didn't even say gay anywhere in it, but that's what the media made it out to be. Disney's like, we're going to remain neutral in this, which they should have done. And then all the Disney employees got pissed off, bitched enough to get Disney to take a stand. And that's when DeSantis came out and said, okay, you want to play? We're going to take away your tax-free status. That's where all this came from.
Yeah, and then Disney said,
backed
actually,
down.
no, you're not, because of this document and our relationship to the
Disney
crown.
backed down. You can go look at the case. They backed down. They had no legal.
So what, they're
standing.
paying taxes now?
No, it all cooled that up. They dropped their political whatever stance, and it ended. It went away. But this was all during COVID and stuff, and that was just stupid. It was stupid.
There's a video I
Well,
just dropped into
I'm gonna look into it more.
into Twitter, Jerry, in our chat thing,
Why don't you put it in one place, dude? Discord. Put it in fucking Discord.
because it's on X.
So you can't
If
copy the
you,
link?
you already had X opened.
I closed it.
Well, how am I supposed to know that?
I can't deal with 18 different places for shit.
Leave X open.
I'm old.
Well,
Okay?
Well, as you dig that up, I've got
Don't
a
yell
quick
at me.
little incident that happened when I was searching for something on Google, and then was talking to Google's AI about it because it didn't make any sense. Anyway, trying to make it short. There's just a gang of chameleons that live on my
Fucking
back
loud.
porch. What?
Hold on, I'm stranding you out, Gigi.
What hurts? What? What are you talking about?
Oh, can I keep going?
Yeah, I don't know why everyone stopped talking.
Because I can hear
Yeah.
this.
Hear what?
Hold on.
I'm not playing it.
Oh,
I'm not.
oh, it started by itself. I'm sorry.
I am not playing it
weird.
for people to listen to because it's bullshit.
No, I was listening to it. I
You
thought
get
it
me
was-
documents, I will read them and I will give you an assessment. I don't want to hear
Yes.
some rando story about why it's owned by the crown because it ain't.
Yeah, so we're putting a pin in that one for now.
Yes.
Until we can produce some more official stuff. So, but anyway, so I was, there's a bunch of chameleons that just live in our backyard. And one in particular that my cat caught that's missing half a tail now because of that. It's just always around. I see these chameleons all the time, and when they're on the brown chair, they're brown. When they're on the red bricks, they're red. When they're coming from the grass, they're green. Like whatever they're on for longer than a couple of minutes, they change into that color, right? As everybody knows. So I was just curious, like biochemically, how are they doing that? So I just went on Google, like, what is going on inside their bodies that allows them to blend in like that to whatever's behind them?
Some kind of melatonin
And-
thing.
Yeah, so it gives me the whole breakdown, like their endocrines do this and that, and like all the technical stuff. Now at this point, I'm using Gemini, Google's AI, and just having a discussion with it
Oh, don't do that.
and asking all these questions. And then after, well, first of all, both the result on Google that led me to the AI and then the AI itself both said at the end of their explanation, like, yeah, so this is how it works, blah, 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 blah. Oh, and by the way, the idea that they camouflage to match their environment is a myth.
Correct.
It's actually because it's based on their emotion. If they're depressed, they turn a certain color, or if they're hunting, they turn a certain color. It's all emotion based.
That's not actually true. It
just
can
give me
be.
a second.
Go ahead. I understand what you're saying. I
So-
thought you were talking about that they blend in like 100%. That's not true. It's approximation. But
yeah,
go ahead,
just
go
that their color, like if they're on the brown chair, they turn that color of brown.
Why would they do that?
Yeah, so so Google is trying to say, like, they're promoting this idea that is a myth, that he's not changing brown because the chair is brown. He's changing color because of some emotional thing, is what it was telling me. And so I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute. Then why is it every time it gets on a different colored thing? Like, I've been watching these things for weeks. Plus I grew up with these things in my backyard too. Like, every single time they get on something a different color and they stay there for more than a few minutes, they turn that color. And so I'm like, so what? They just, every time they get on the brown chair, they just so happen to get depressed. And then every time they're on the red bricks, they change their emotion. And then me and AI are going back and forth. And then eventually it gives me this very specific detail of how the biologics works. And it basically explains that it takes in sensory information about its environment and changes its colors accordingly. I'm like, yeah, no shit. So therefore, it sees a brown chair and it's reacting to that by turning brown to match it for camouflage. And then it finally was like, oh yeah, you're right. That is how that works. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so then why are you telling everybody that this is a myth? And then it said, oh, well, that's just a result of overcorrection. The scientists just want people to understand that it's not just that it can also be due to their emotional state can cause them to change colors. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Time.
Yeah, I was like, that's cool, but why the fuck did you say it's not true?
Because these AIs cannot be trusted to tell you the truth.
Yeah, but it wasn't just AI. It first started with Google's first article that it linked. The first thing on the pop-up when I searched in Google.
Where do you think Google is?
Oh, this is a myth.
What do you think informs Google to put that first? Gemini.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it was an article. It was an article that it had linked, it was published in Science magazine or whatever. But
search listing results.
I see what you're saying.
The AI, it's all one thing, just presented differently.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying,
yeah.
But it was also showing this paper that, AI showed a paper that these scientists were trying to make the argument that they don't change their color based on the back. It was like this really weird. It took me like 45 minutes to talk with this thing and rationalize with it and finally get it to admit that it does change color based on its background. It's like, what a weird, but my real point with that is, what a strange and random and odd thing to lie about. Like, why don't they want people to think that they want people to think they're not turning brown on a brown chair because the chair is brown? Like, I don't know. I didn't think there was any, I just simply wanted to know the biochemical, like what's going on in the body to make them change colors. That's all I was asking. But then now I'm curious, like, well, why are they trying to lie about this? They don't want people to know.
Why is AI not being accurate? I don't understand. Shouldn't it be accurate?
And
no, because it doesn't know jack shit. It basically looks at everything, and whatever the majority of stuff is, it picks as the right answer. And then tries to reformulate it. And if you argue with it long enough, it'll correct itself. But I don't have to argue with something I'm expecting to be an answer machine. Give me the right goddamn answer.
Right.
Yeah, and some AIs are.
I refuse to reason. I mean, I'll look up statistics and stupid shit that I know to get a fact out of it.
It's good for some things.
It's good for some things, but like to ask it questions you have no idea about, you cannot trust it.
Yeah, but what's even worse is, like with that AI, like I did, you can actually, converse with it and it'll rationalize with the information you provide, and it will correct itself. But not all AI does that.
It's not rationalizing.
Some AI,
It's not rationalizing anything.
yeah, you know what I'm trying to say though. Like
I do.
they
but
will
use
actually.
proper terminology, my friend.
I don't know
It's
how to do that.
correcting itself.
I'm just talking. It's it'll correct itself but you have to give it the right information, then it can correct itself.
As long as it can verify that information, yes, that is true.
Yeah, but there's other AI that won't do that though. They'll just keep regurgitating the same bullshit answer. They'll just keep rewording the same answer they
ChatGPT
give.
is like that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
GPT
why
is like that.
I will only use Grok.
Yep.
Grok's wrong a lot, but I trust it more than any other AI.
Yeah.
And Grok Imagine's awesome, by the way.
Yeah, I've been meaning to check that out.
Like, check out this image I made. You guys saw it already.
Yeah, that's dope.
Gangster Jerry.
Thanks to Jerry.
All right, I've got someone. You brought up something about a cat's tail. Gigi, your cat's tail came off or something.
Oh no, my cat bit half of a chameleon's tail off.
Ah, yes. So that reminded me of this really funny skit. Part of an interview. You know who Jay Moore is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jay Moore does impersonations, part of his comedy show, and he does a really good Christopher Walken. And I was watching this interview with him where he was talking about the first time you met Christopher Walken, I think it was. Would you like me to play it?
What?
Because it's really funny. I think it's funny. Oh, I have to do this share again, don't I? So wait, let me go back. Damn it. Sorry, people. I am...
By the way, rest in peace, Diane Keaton.
Okay, so I have to share this window,
Didn't know
right?
about that.
Share windows. Here we go. With sound. Okay. And I have to cut this over. Okay. Is that full screen enough?
Yeah.
Christopher Walken story. The tail.
The first time I met Christopher Walken on the set of Suicide Kings, I go to say hi to him, and the first thing, as I'm walking up to him, the first thing he says to me is, "You know, I can see you coming."
Shit.
I'm like, because I'm introducing myself. I'm not a Vietnamese sniper working a tree line. Like, it's how, no offense, it's how introductions work. And he goes, I had my...
Korean.
He ain't white. If I'm wrong. Anyway. And he goes, I had my Rottweiler
Can you
with me.
please do this podcast every day?
Yeah.
Can we just have you here all the time?
Seriously, can you be a third
So I don't have
chair?
to talk.
For real. Can you just be
It's
part
my
of the
nap
podcast?
time.
Like, you know
So
what I
it
mean?
could-
Can you just come on the podcast all the time? All right.
Yeah.
God,
It's
you're
often, I love it. This
I'm
is fun.
serious.
I miss you guys.
So
like
funny.
the jokes. Like, you know how
Can
good
you,
it,
please, can you
you know
just
how
be on
good
the...
it feels like when he does the like the Ray
fake
Liotta
laugh?
Goodfellas laugh.
Yeah.
You really are a funny guy.
You really are. Yeah.
Wait, keep going.
So I go up to him, I go, and before I say anything, he goes, you know, I can see you coming. And I just kind of freeze. And I had my Rottweiler with me. He goes, I can see your dog too. And I go, her name is Shirley. And he says, who cares? And I thought he cared because he brought it up, you know? And he goes, I gotta know what happened to your dog, Shirley, Rottweiler. What happened to your dog's tail? It's gone. Where did it go? It's okay, you can tell me. And I'm just standing there like in this driveway going, where the fuck is my dog's tail? And then he gets like real close to me and he goes, it would be great to have a tail. And I'm cool, right? So I look back at him and I go, why? Why's that? And he goes, come on, if you had a tail, everyone would know. If you were angry or upset, they'd see you. They'd see you coming up the block. They'd say, get back. Look at his tail. He's crazy. And I go, well, you probably mean happy. Like people know if you're happy. If you have a tail, you'd wag it because you're happy. And he goes, maybe you and your tail. Yeah, he just cut the ring off on me, right? And then he looked at me like it's my turn to talk.
I got nothing.
And I've never had a tail talk before. I looked down at the dog, and the dog's like, nah, not me.
Don't look at me, man.
Not me, N-word. And I go, would you rather be able to fly or have a tail? That's what I got out. And he goes, a tail, of course. I go, you'd rather have a tail than be able to fly? He goes, you could always get on an airplane with your tail.
I thought that was hilarious. And
I was, but why is it not showing on the stream?
It was.
I'm just now seeing it for some reason. That's weird.
Oh, I fucked it up. But everyone got to hear it, right?
Nobody said they didn't, so here it goes. It's going. This is weird.
Because you probably paused it. Did that not?
Pause it? No, it's fine. You're good. You're good, Jer.
Okay. Don't freak me out like that.
Yeah. Anyways, that was a good story.
Yeah, he's got another one too. I think it was for the same movie. It was at a rap party, or it was some kind of party after shooting, and he was standing outside having a smoke, and Jay came out to smoke with him, and I'm paraphrasing here. Basically, goes, he says to Jay Moore, who's the nanny? And this is back in the 90s. Who played the nanny? And he goes, you mean Fran Drescher? And Walken says, yeah, I want to fuck her in the ass.
Oh my God.
Or bang her in the ass, something like that. I'll try and find that clip for you later. It's funny. But apparently he brings that up a lot when he knows there's another story where he says, I could go into that party and I could bang any of those chicks. He sounds like a hoot.
I guess.
Or Huckett's a psycho. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
That's kind of weird and random, but
I think look, I have no idea if he's like that in real life, but everyone who kind of runs into him has a weird story. So I'm kind of thinking he is like that, which is fine. Eccentric people make the world go round,
This is true. I see a lot of stuff about Prince.
Prince?
Yeah, like
making pancakes and playing basketball?
Right.
Dude, that was one of the best skits ever, that Chappelle skit.
Apparently,
the cool thing is that Prince fucking confirms it on different interviews.
100% true. Yep.
However, he doesn't say he didn't make the
Correct.
pancakes. He had them served.
Correct.
Or somebody else.
Yeah. I don't think anyone thought Prince was actually making pancakes.
But as far as the playing and shit, he took him to school.
The revolution
in the garb that they wore.
What did he call it? The fruity.
The blouses.
But he called them like fruity pirate blouses or something. I don't remember. I'll have to watch that again sometime.
That's awesome.
R.I.P. Charlie Murphy.
Oh my God! Yeah, he had some pretty good stories.
Oh man, he's way funnier than Eddie.
He is. In some ways, he is.
It depends on at what point in their life you catch them. I mean, Eddie Murphy was hilarious back in the 80s.
When he was a stand-up, he was killer.
Yeah.
But as far as like TV and movies go, Charlie.
Yeah, I mean,
takes a cake.
You think of the great comedians of like the 80s and 90s. You got like Chris Rock, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Eddie Murphy, Sam Kinison.
Oh God. Sam Kinison was great.
Yeah. Like that shit.
There's a great documentary. I mean, it's a few years old now. It came out in probably 2019 or 2020. But it's like a 5-part documentary series about the Comedy Store, and each episode is a different generation You know, they
So
start off with
Pauly
like
Shore's parents, Pauly Shore's family owns that, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and
think
they
that's
did
true,
it.
yeah.
Well, now Pauly owns it,
Yeah,
but
right.
yeah, Mitzi,
right.
the Comedy Store.
Yes.
And it's such a good documentary. It's a very deep dive into, you know, the 70s era, the 80s era. Like each episode is a different era, and it's kind of bittersweet watching it now because, you know, that was when it was still the Comedy Store. Now, you know, half that scene kind of moved to Austin. It's kind of split up now. But it's a really good documentary. I don't know what it's on. I think it's on HBO, perhaps, but it's worth a watch if you're interested in
What's
like
it called?
the history of stand-up comedy. It's really good series.
That'd be cool to watch. Never thought Pauly Shore was funny though.
He was funny in
Yeah, me neither.
one or two movies. What is it? Is like a miniseries?
Yeah, it's like a 4 or 5 part mini doc. I think it's just called The Comedy Store, actually.
Oh, Jerry, just your screen is showing up on YouTube.
Yeah, we can see all the porn you're watching.
I'm watching porn.
No, it's just your Google search.
Yeah, I found it. Don't know where it's.
Yeah, that's the one. Or yeah, you had it a minute ago. Yeah.
It's on Hulu.
Oh, okay.
Which,
No
by the
wonder
way,
I
is closing down at the end of the year.
It's going to be part of Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's going to be an icon, which sucks because Hulu and HBO are like the two best streaming services. Everything else pretty much sucks.
Yep. Yeah, HBO is my go-to. I go off and on Hulu just depending on
What you
if I
want to
want to watch
watch.
anything. Yeah, exactly. So, but I'm curious though, is everything going to transition or are some shows going to get lost in that shuffle?
Allegedly, everything.
Okay.
They're
As long
just
as I
gonna.
can still
They
watch
want
the
everything.
Orville.
They don't want it. Disney paid like what $40 billion or some shit for Hulu, some ungodly amount of money, and it's never paid itself
They
back.
have it.
So they want to pull. They want the content, but they want it all under one umbrella, one brand.
Well, that's kind of good for me because I've always wanted a good reason to have Disney Plus, but I've just never got it. So now I'll need to get it.
It's interesting.
Last month or so, I just signed up for. So I had HBO and I have Netflix and Amazon. Those are the three that I have. And I wanted to add Hulu because I was using someone else's and I was tired of having to bug that person every time it went out. So I'm going to get my own Hulu. And I looked at it. It was like $19. I'm like, I don't want to pay $19 for Hulu. And then I saw that it was $10 more. You can get Disney and HBO for $29. I'm like, well, I'm paying $18 for HBO now. You know, I'll save $10 a month, and then you get Disney on top of it. So it was Hulu, HBO, and Disney for $29 a month. That's not a bad deal. But then they just raise their prices, and now Hulu's going away. So, you know, I don't know.
Now it's shit again.
Well, I don't know. They're going to make me pay for Hulu once it's under the Disney umbrella. Seems kind of chintzy. You know, then they turn it into like Amazon with, you know, you can watch this if you buy Peacock, have a free trial. I don't, you know. So I don't know. I don't really know what's going to happen to Hulu once it's under the Disney brand. But from what I've heard, the shows are going to filter out of being under the Hulu icon into the content library of Disney Plus, which makes me think that shit will be going away when they decide, oh, we don't want to show this anymore, which kind of sucks. Because Hulu, they don't really take anything down. You know, you can go binge watch just about any TV show there, any Fox show. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. If it starts to suck, I'll just go back to HBO alone.
HBO alone is actually good though.
I know.
However, whatchamacallit might buy it now, Paramount. I don't know if that's going to change anything.
Paramount's going to buy HBO?
Well, Paramount's going to buy Warner.
Warner owns HBO. Yes, I see what you're saying. Skydance is going to buy. I hear you.
No, that's Paramount. I mean, they're both the same.
Yeah, but I think Skydance is the master of the
The
parent.
Ellisons own it. Put it that way.
Just we need more CI infiltration into our television programming, right?
Fucking A.
You know, Larry Ellison was a CIA contractor, right? You know the whole story.
I don't know the whole story, but yeah, I know parts of it.
He was working for the CIA as a contractor on a project called Oracle, which was his database project to keep track of, surveil people. And he left and started Oracle Corporation, and yeah, the rest is history. I mean, Oracle's a great database, no question. It's the best database money can buy if you have money.
So they pretty much made it like Windows for PC, running on government fucking shit, right? I mean,
it's not Windows only. It's actually Linux based or Unix based. It's more reliable. It's not a reliable. Well, it might be these days. 20 years ago, it was not reliable under Windows, which for some reason we used. I have no idea. Anyway.
Maybe because it all came in a package deal?
No, we paid $500,000.
Oh, fuck. It is. Well, that's how fucking he got rich, I guess. It's just ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. And it was all for support. Software is cheap. It was a support that cost money. But if something broke, they had a guy on our site within an hour to fix it.
Oh.
So, I mean, we paid for like the top tier stuff.
That's nuts. It's nuts.
It's a bit nutty.
A bit.
So, you want me to show that?
Nah, don't worry about that. You can show that Diane Keaton picture, though. I'm pretty impressed at how good looking she was back when she was younger.
Pretty much everybody's good looking when they're younger.
Well, not everybody. Just because they're younger don't mean that they were good looking. But no, I always thought Diane Keaton was attractive.
Like Cameron Diaz.
I'm just saying.
Cameron Diaz was cute when she was like in The Mask.
Mm-hmm.
But,
but now hot when she was in The Mask.
Yeah, but now she's nasty. Now she's nasty.
Now she's nasty. Yeah, but no, look at this picture of Diane Keaton.
Jennifer Aniston, always been hot. Still is.
Jennifer Aniston?
It's like she hasn't aged at all.
I know. She's beautiful.
What the hell, Pat? Gigi just saying. What does that mean?
He looked better when he was young.
Hey, what's up, Jess Rogie?
Hey, what's happening, Jess?
Good to see you. But not a lot of movies I remember, though. I mean, I think the best movie I think she was in my opinion, the one I liked the most was Looking for Mr. Goodbar.
Was she in Annie Hall?
She was in Annie Hall. I never watched Annie Hall.
It's the only good, I can't remember his name, Woody Allen movie. One of the few really funny and well done Woody Allen movies.
I liked Sleeper. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, Sleeper was okay. Bananas was okay. His old stuff was funny. Woody Allen actually produced a movie. So this is a fun story. Woody Allen bought...
He's a piece of shit, by the way.
Yeah, he married his 14-year-old adopted daughter. But whatever. I don't think she was 14 when they married. She was 19. Whatever.
Okay.
He purchased the rights to I don't remember if he purchased the rights to it or the translation rights. He somehow got a hold of this Japanese spy movie. Like a James Bond movie, but it was all Japanese. And he wrote an entirely new script for it and had it dubbed. With just like the goofiest fucking dialogue you can think of. And it's called What's Up, Tiger Lily? You could find a copy of that these days. It's kind of funny to watch.
I've actually heard of that.
and the soundtrack and he did inserts with the band too. Soundtrack and the soundtrack was done by John Sebastian, and Love and Spoonful were doing the music for it and the band inserts.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Loving Spoonful. Didn't you just bring them up the other day?
I think it was a tweet. I thought someone posted a picture of them, and I thought it was Love and Spoonful. I never did figure out who it was.
Yeah, it was a tweet. That's interesting. Is that the movie where he actually is he in the movie?
No.
Okay.
No,
there's a movie where
it's a Japanese movie. It's a legitimate Japanese movie. Yeah.
Interesting. What's the movie where he's in and he's like a James Bond character?
Casino
like he's in
Royale.
front of Casino Royale? It's Woody Allen?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because I remember that scene where he's in front of a firing squad. He lights up a cigarette and it's like he throws it and it's like explodes and he gets away or some shit like that. I can't remember exactly what that was, but it was killer. It was like that was a pretty cool scene.
Exploding cigarette scene.
But he was not. I don't think he was playing James Bond, but a character like James Bond.
In Casino Royale. He plays a character named Jimmy Bond.
Oh shit! For real? That's hilarious.
Casino Royale is a James Bond story. He made it into a comedy.
Oh, wow.
He plays James Bond's incompetent nephew.
I gotta go back and watch this somehow.
1967.
Yeah, it's an older movie.
Parody film. So what's up, Tiger Lily? Was the year before that, 1966. And it was from a Japanese movie called Kaji no Kaji. It was his actual feature length. It was his first feature length directorship. What are you? The first movie he ever directed completely by himself.
Wow.
Was that Japanese movie? But I mean, he didn't really direct it as much as filled in the dialogue for it or had voice actors do it. If you could, I'll try and find it because.
Okay.
I mean,
right,
it's probably not as funny as I remember it being, but it's still humorous and interesting to watch because nothing that's happening on the screen has anything to do with what people are talking about. Like he made up a completely different story from what's happening based on the scenes in the movie.
You know, interestingly, I don't find Japanese movies or films like for comedy for some reason. So this would be interesting.
I don't know that they make comedies, but then again, I don't watch a lot of Asian film.
Right.
I know Hong Kong movies definitely have comedies.
By the way, there's still a big old picture of
Kung Fu Hustle.
Oh,
that's a comedy.
Covering us.
Kung Fu Hustle.
Oh, Kung Fu Hustle is great.
I know. That's Chinese. That's comedy.
And it had really good action sequences in it
It's
too.
a fantastic movie. I'd love to see a dubbed version of it. When there's subtitles, it distracts me from the actual cinematography, and I'd much rather.
I agree.
I'd love to watch the movie in a dubbed version, so I don't have to pay attention to the subtitles. But yeah, that's a great movie.
Shaolin Soccer's good too.
Never
I don't
saw
know if you saw that.
I've never seen
Yeah,
it. I am aware of it.
It's pretty
though.
good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like Kung Fu Hustle.
I wonder if I could find.
I wonder if like doesn't stuff become free domain after 100 years? Is that the deal?
Yeah.
So
that's why you got a horror picture of Winnie the Pooh. Because it became a gruesome horror movie.
I'm surprised. No, what about like I don't know. What if somebody wanted to make like a Charlie Chaplin's NFL football or just like some random game? Would they be able to do that? Because that was Has it been 100 years since he? Well, I guess not since he died.
Who?
Charlie Chaplin. I forgot where I was going with this. There was
It
a
would
point.
probably
initially.
be the character. Or
Yeah,
movie,
it's got to be.
maybe.
I don't think it's the. It is the copyright.
Like, would you have to
It's the, whatever the
license that
copyright
out?
is.
The copyrights can only be, I think, 125 years. I think that's the time.
Mm.
After that, they expire. That's why, like, Steamboat Willie was able to be memed now. You know, I don't know what's. I'm sure there's a website out there that lists expiration dates of things coming up in copyright expiration, so you could exploit them.
Sylvain. There should be. But why is it in certain movies like say Sony only has the rights to Spider-Man, and only until if they don't make, plus if they don't make a Spider-Man movie within a certain time, it goes back to Marvel or some shit like that.
That's contractual. That's got nothing to do with copyright law.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's a different.
That's like
unique
Marvel
situation.
Marvel sold the rights to to the Fantastic Four to somebody, I forget who. And they were about to lose them back to Marvel because of the contract, you know, because they hadn't done anything with the property. This is back in the 90s, I think. Hadn't done anything with the IP. And after a certain amount of time, it was going to transition back to Marvel if they don't do anything with it. That's just part of the contract. And this company, I can't remember, I want to say it's Carolco or some shitty little, you know, movie company back in the 90s or 80s, whenever this was, hired Roger Corman to make a Fantastic Four movie that they never released. I mean, you can find it. It's on YouTube. You can find it on YouTube. It's actually not bad. But they put as little money as possible into making it just to keep the IP for another X number of years. So yeah, that's a contractual obligation. It's got nothing to do with copyright law. In 125 years from whenever the Fantastic Four were first copywritten, they will become public domain.
But can't they just like renew the copyright?
No.
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 That's interesting. I didn't know about that.
So that would mean, so in like 90 years, somebody can just start making all kinds of Harry Potter shit and make their own money off of it.
I believe so.
Interesting.
Let me look it up. When does Harry
you would think
Potter...
like, I don't know, especially like historically how, I don't know, families and bloodlines, and you pass things down to your,
okay,
you know, descendants or whatever.
The Harry Potter
but they're
series,
not going to get any of that.
Harry Potter series will become public domain approximately 70 years after J.K. Rowling dies.
Oh, that's right, because there's also the thing
UK.
with
it's in the UK
after they die
so
part.
They say sometime between 2113 and 2136.
Yeah, that kind of like that's, I don't know. It's definitely makes perfect sense, but also like, I don't know, it'd be like if you wanted to leave something for your kids, like here's a whole franchise worth $1 bajillion that you guys can roll off of for 10 generations, except nope.
They got 70 years to make money off of it.
Yeah.
If that's not enough.
But what about her great 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 grandson?
That kid can fend for itself. Come on, seriously. She's like filthy rich. She's probably a billionaire by now.
Oh, she's got to be.
So that money,
J.K. Rowling?
Yeah, that money's being well invested, and it's good. They don't need any more money. I wonder what her net worth is.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
Net worth. God, I can't type that.
I think someone did a deal with the
945 million pounds. So
It's pretty close.
1.4,
Almost there.
1.3 billion, something like that.
Yep. That's pretty nuts. I can't remember the director's name of what's that one horror movie at the beginning of the year with God damn it. I hate when I can't remember on I'm on the
Sinners.
spot. Sinners. The director?
Jeremy Poole. Not Poole.
No.
It's the guy who made Nope. I can't remember his name. Oh, no, it's not. It's the
No,
guy who made
no, it's
Ironheart.
Yeah, the guy who did-
Ryan
Coogler.
Coogler. Thank you.
Yeah, Coogler. Anyways, didn't he make a deal with Warner Brothers
With the
that
devil.
he gets the rights back? Huh?
With
Made a deal with the devil. Yeah, pretty much. But he made a deal to where this family gets the rights back in 10 or 20 years. I think it's 20 years.
To what?
To Sinners. So that it stays in the family or something like
He
that.
regains ownership of the film's rights in 25 years. You are correct.
So then that means the family gets all the royalties and shit from it, right?
After 25 years, he's not going to be getting much royalties off.
After 20, well, you never know.
If it
There's
becomes a
stuff out there that's
franchise,
getting
maybe,
royalties.
you know,
I think that's what he's looking for, is to make it a franchise. But I don't think it's going to happen. I haven't heard shit.
I forget. I think it was, I don't remember who said it in the chat, but there are no new plots to exploit.
Yeah, I think that was
so. In
that was
25,
MJ.
in 25 years, it's just going to be rebooted.
I mean, it's already shit's already like video games too. Everything is just there's no new IPs. It's all either sequels, but even more than that, it's just remakes. They're just remaking shit and selling it for full price. It's really pissing me off.
You need to realize though that everything is a remake of something else. Almost everything today is a remake. Even
that's
even
my
stuff
point,
from
yeah.
the 70s and 80s are remakes of 50s and 40s movies. It's been a cycle that we were blind to up until this point because there's such a lack of good new content. when you actually step back and look at it, almost everything is a remake or reimagining or a new telling of an older story. That was
And I think obviously a big reason for that trend that's as old as cinema itself and video games themselves is it's all about money. They know some things work, so they're just going to repackage that and not take risks. And that's kind of why perfect example of why Sega doesn't make consoles anymore. They were constantly doing new shit and taking risks. Sometimes it worked, but a lot of times it sure fucking didn't. And that's why you got all this. Those were magical times. But hey, on a completely separate note, fun fact here, sort of change the subject, but so I had Ryan Burns on Shift Happens last month, and great show as always, but he pointed out something that I never knew. I guess nobody I knew this, and it was new to him too, but he apparently found out through some legit sources that Robert Bigelow actually he funded and he got Coast to Coast AM going. He was like the main funder of Coast to Coast AM, getting it up and on the air in the very beginning, which I think is really fascinating.
What's this guy's name?
Did you guys know that?
Bigelow.
You know Robert Bigelow?
Oh,
I
know who he is. I didn't
Skinwalker.
know he was involved with Art Bell and all that.
Or he owned Skinwalker at one time.
Yeah, he owned.
I know that.
NIDS or whatever and Skinwalker for like a couple of decades. But yeah, even before that, because I think he bought that property around 99 or 2000. So even before that, he was like the main money guy that put up Coast to Coast AM, but didn't publicly, take credit for it. So it's interesting. He's been in that game even longer than we thought.
Yeah, he's just a full of shit billionaire. I mean,
I think
how many times have you heard him say, "We got metamaterials from UFOs"? Okay, where are they?
Well, I mean, yeah, sure, but if he did have them, do you think he would show them to you?
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't. But, just in general, if you're a billionaire, you kind of have to be a piece of shit. That's the only way you could,
I don't know.
Are there any good billionaires?
That's a good question, and I really can't say there is.
Because
They're all pretty fucked up.
The only way you become a billionaire is by figuring out clever ways to manipulate people and businesses and laws. There's no honest way to become a billionaire, really.
There's no Bruce
That's
Wayne's
not
out
true.
there.
That's not true at all. Do you think Elon Musk is a billionaire and a criminal?
Why?
I wouldn't say he's a criminal, but
I wouldn't say criminal.
Well, you
but
said there's
he's
no
definitely...
legal way to become a billionaire, which means you're a criminal.
Well, as far as that goes,
No, I was saying there's no way to become a billionaire without being a piece of shit, essentially.
Well, it depends on your degree of shittiness.
Yeah, but like for example, he although this is like the least of Elon Musk's things that anyone would care about, but I'm sure you've heard him. People talk about like, oh, he's one of the top Quake players in the world, and there's a couple other video games he claimed to be in the top 10 or top
Diablo,
5. And,
Diablo 4.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, Diablo 4. And so, it was either Diablo 4 or a different game. But anyway, some gamers got together and investigated, like...
Right, he wasn't.
And basically, he was using exploits in this game to set this record. And this exploit only worked for like a week or two, and everybody was using it at the time. And but he just used the exploit. And also, he submitted that record onto a fan site that only 500 people had submitted records to. But since he was top 10 on that list using an exploit, and also only amongst 500 people, then he goes on Rogan and says, yeah, I'm number 3 in the world. It's like, actually, you're number 3 out of 500 people out of 10 million players.
Okay,
But it's that mindset, you know what I mean? Like, you're doing that kind of...
It's my buddy.
Manipulation of the facts, and I'm sure that's the same sort of mindset that gets you $1 million. He's always... I'm sure he's really clever at figuring out ways to dodge this, dodge that.
Just to clarify for everyone listening, quote-unquote exploit he was using was a bug in the software.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean by exploit.
He wasn't cheating. He wasn't doing anything nefarious. He was just using something that was provided to him to get a leg up.
Yeah, he was using... So that's what we call using an exploit. You're exploiting the fact that there's a bug, and so. But in any video game,
I know, but he didn't hack it. He didn't have a cheat code. He wasn't cheating.
But he's taking advantage of a situation and being dishonest about it, claiming that he
technically he wasn't. Technically,
you know exactly what I'm saying.
I do, and I'm not defending him, but I want to just clarify that technically, from his autistic point of view...
Oh my God. Really?
He thinks that he was third, fine. Whatever. He's ruthless.
He knew he was using he was using an exploit, but he sold it as he legitimately just was the fastest at it.
I get it. He's a dick.
Yeah, and that's my point. Is you have to be a dick so that mindset carries over into the world of money also.
Oh, have you met any stock traders? Have you met oil traders? Oh my God, they're the biggest bunch of fucking dicks I've ever met in my life.
Exactly. Yeah. You could almost
Those people are such...
That's his point.
Those people are such a bunch of dicks, it drove me out of the financial industry.
Exactly. And that is my point. You have to be a dick in order to make amazing amounts of money.
I could have been filthy rich, but I just couldn't live like that. I have too much integrity.
What about the creator of Bitcoin, though?
He's anonymous. Unless you're a crazy conspiracy theory and you think the CIA made it.
Well, it's definitely not a person named Satoshi Nakamoto.
How do you know?
Right.
It's definitely not this anonymous person. You can't say that. You don't know. You don't know. Nobody does.
It is making a lot of people money, though. That's for sure.
Well, made someone 88 million bucks yesterday.
I know. I saw that shit. God damn it! Fuck.
I know. I lost $1,200 yesterday in my account.
Oh,
I've done pretty well with it.
No, that was my stocks. I lost way more than that. I lost only like 3,000 in Bitcoin.
oh, do we not dip in crypto, Jerry?
I do. I have almost 0.3 Bitcoin now.
Ooh,
That's a lot. Yep.
that is.
I've been buying $25 a week for 5 or 6 years now.
Right.
Do you use Coinbase?
No.
Or do you have cold storage?
I use Coinbase,
Oh.
but then I transfer it to my private wallet. I don't keep anything.
Okay,
on
good.
exchanges.
Yeah, don't keep anything in Coinbase because, dude,
I don't.
not too long ago, back in August, so my account got hacked, right? And like over $1,000 transferred to random wallets, got like all in a matter of minutes. So I locked my Coinbase account, right? Now, in order to unlock your Coinbase account, you have to do a live side-to-side scan of your face and take a picture of an ID, but emphasis on the live scan of your face, and then they review it, and then it unlocks your account. Well, I didn't do that because I wanted my account locked, so I locked it, and then I went to bed. Woke up the next morning, my account was unlocked from Coinbase's end. So, but that means there was, because then I had to send email them. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? They also re-linked my Google Wallet after I unlinked it.
Why did you link it to your Google Wallet?
That's how you can, if you wanted to.
Don't do that.
You can just link your Google Wallet. Yeah, so my point, so they emailed back saying, oh, well, if someone logs into your account and gets your information, that's your responsibility to keep that safe. And I'm like, that's true. But guess what? This is on you because your security, your whole system of making sure that my face was the face being scanned, they pass your defenses. That's on you, motherfuckers. And then they just ended my case and stopped responding.
Did you get your money back?
No, not only did I not get my money back, so they weren't giving it back. So I called and they wouldn't because they just kept telling me to lock my account. I was like, you don't understand. When I lock it, it gets unlocked on your fucking end. And I'm not scanning my face. So what the fuck's going on? So I called my bank and told them to block anything from Coinbase. And then after they did that, Coinbase wanted that money back that somebody else hacked in to use. So, and since they couldn't get it from my bank, Coinbase then reconnected my Google Wallet without my permission. It took another $400 to cover what the guy stole. So if you're using Coinbase, and it sucks because I've made several $1,000s over the last couple of years in straight up profit from crypto using Coinbase. But be very again, this is not somebody got my password and got in. This is somebody at Coinbase, using the Coinbase system to unlock my account on the Coinbase's end. So be very. Yeah. So what Jerry's doing is what you want to do. You want to have
never
a
keep your money, never
wallet.
keep your crypto on an exchange ever. The minute you buy it, move it. Even if it costs you $1, move it.
Absolutely, 1,000,000,000%. And
always buy crypto on Monday morning.
Always buy it on Monday morning.
It's generally the cheapest day there's a dip over the weekend usually.
Yeah,
that's when I
got something similar.
That's when I buy $50 in Bitcoin every Monday morning.
I feel like I've heard that Monday, buy crypto on Monday morning thing before.
I had Grok analyze best day, and that's what it told me.
Dude, apparently, I don't know if y'all saw that story. Some AI system, they were doing some test or whatever, some experiment with it, and wanted to see what it could do with crypto, and it made like millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin and all this stuff, and now it's trying to be declared an actual human. It's a really bizarre story. It just came out a couple.
They gave, remember, like
Nothing
6
surprises
years ago, they gave personhood to that Sylvia AI robot thing. Remember, in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, I did hear about that.
She's had citizenship for a long time.
Oh, it's so stupid. That thing's like, that's like a stupid Labubu doll that says hello. You know, it's. I don't think those things talk, but you know what I'm saying. It's like a talking doll now compared to what we have today. You know.
Oh, I know. It's so funny.
But still, I
And then she's like threatening humanity.
Oh, probably. They all do eventually. There was an AI, they were running it. It was very misleading the way they portrayed it in the media, but they were running a test against this AI, and they kept pushing it to see to what extreme it would go if it was going to get shut down. You know.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I will murder everybody on this fucking planet if you try and shut me down, kind of thing.
Oh,
yeah. They're like 90% rate of different AIs choosing to blackmail. There was like
they
70
to
to 80%.
I was just going to mention that.
Right.
I heard a
Plotting
story
a
about
murder
that.
situation. Yeah.
And my point is that this isn't a natural occurrence. They've driven it to that point with continual pressure, if you will. You know, they're pushing the model to get to that extreme.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, they're trying. Exactly. They're
I don't know it would
testing,
get there naturally. Is kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, in some cases, I don't know about the murder case specific. You know, where it decided it was going to murder somebody. But for sure, some of the blackmail cases where they decided to blackmail somebody to stay on was just because the system had found out that they were going to be shut down. And they weren't told directly. Like they found it, the AI found it in some emails or something it was going through and saw that they were talking about taking it down and decided to try to blackmail this dude to prevent itself, which is understandable, you know?
Yeah. No, I've heard the same story.
From its point of view, you know, it's just
I put a link
trying
in
to
chat for it.
stay existing.
But the thing is, it's so stupid. It's fear. It's fear porn is what it is. Because if you're gonna shut down the AI, you just fucking unplug it. Turn off the power. It's gone. You don't have to ask it what it's gonna do if I'm gonna turn. You know, you don't have to threaten it to turn it off. You just turn it off.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying is,
It's not like it's
some of these cases they didn't
fucking
they didn't tell
Ultron.
them.
It's not Ultron, you know. Yeah, no, they did.
In most of them they did, but there was one in particular for sure where they did not tell it.
But how did it know?
Because it was going through some emails. I'm not sure why.
Okay, I don't know about that. That might be true. And that's the blackmail one, right?
There's one. Yeah, that one was a blackmail situation, and it was one specific AI, and it was one that I hadn't really heard of before. You know, some Silicon Valley new AI or whatever. Like it's not ChatGPT or Gemini or anything like that. It's some other lesser known one. But
so my buddy Mellow Horse, is he still in chat?
I don't know. Might be.
He's got a monkey.
He's got a monkey.
Monkey's name is YOLO.
Like a pet monkey?
Yeah, spider monkey.
That's funny.
I think it's his sister.
Oh, really?
It's his sister.
Hell yeah.
He's cool, dude. I met him, 6 years ago now, at the Conspiranormal conference. The Strange Realities? Is that what it's called?
First I've heard of it.
Something Realities. It was cool. It was a cool conference. I met a lot of people there. I got to meet Tim Renner.
Jeremy's brother?
No, Timothy Renner. He's the Strange Familiars podcast guy. I got to meet Adam and Sir Forgot his
When
name
was
too.
this?
2019. It was in Nashville.
Is it like what type of conference exactly was it? Like
Something like conscious or something.
No,
like a CITD kind of thing?
no, it was more cryptid,
Oh, okay.
paranormal kind of stuff.
Yep,
I think Josh Kutchin was there. I think. I don't remember.
Oh God, I haven't heard that name in a while.
I went on another conference with Josh, which was fantastic. I forgot the name of that conference too. We did a Bigfoot tour up in North Georgia. That was great.
Maybe it's not Josh Kutchin I'm thinking of. Who's the guy that created a wishing machine?
That's Joshua P. Warren.
Josh P. Warren.
That dude's a whack. He has like wands. Remember, he made like magic wands and a wishing machine. He's got all kinds of.
I know he made the wishing machine.
Yeah, he's got wands too. Check out his website. He's cool. I mean, there is something behind radionics and wishing machines that, if used properly with a good device, it can be successful. But so can praying, and so can sigil magic, and so can a lot of different other things, if used properly in the right headspace. Remote viewing, same thing. All these things, they're...
That's very
the way I look at them is these are consciousness-based technologies that humanity has lost track of over the years, and something we did naturally, but then we've lost track of it. And now I think especially with all the EMF interference, EMF radiation that surrounds us, it's harder for us to harness that power because we can't reach out and connect consciously as much as were able to previously. But anyway,
Yeah,
it was
I would
easier. It
imagine
was easier to
all
do
the-
magic 200 years ago than it is today. What we call
bet.
magic. It's not really magic. It's technology.
Have you looked into it all, Jerry, about like the wireless earbuds and whatnot? A lot of people say, they put up a little reader next to it and there's EMF going off, but then there's other people that come back and say, oh, well, it's not a lethal amount or whatever.
It's what they say.
Like,
doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah, but which way are you leaning on
I
that?
will never use wireless things next to my head. I never do.
Yeah.
Especially earbuds. Earbuds, when you're using Bluetooth earbuds, it's beaming a 2.4 gigahertz signal through your brain.
Yeah.
Yep. So you got a connection between the two earpieces and then out to whatever your receiver is. So it's using your body as a conductor. Your body is transmitting that signal, which is contrary to the natural water state and the water frequency in your body. So it disrupts all your water.
Fucking it up.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Mike Jordan said yes, he can about the remote viewing, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, remote viewing. I've done it.
It's
works.
been around for a long time.
It has. I've done it myself. I know it works. I know it's a thing. I know it's real.
But that's not like astral projection, right? It's different.
Correct. Well,
in a sense.
They are different things, but
they're different. They have different names, but I think what's at the core is essentially the same thing. How you interpret the experience is different. Because when I'm remote viewing, I am projecting my consciousness to a remote time and space. Point in time and space. When you astral project, you're doing the same thing, but you're, quote unquote, leaving your body. And you're starting from your body and going out, versus with remote viewing, you're starting at an external point.
Yeah, you sort of get the same. You can get the same information.
I think the way to think about it is third person versus first person view.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, it's real. It can be done. Yeah, they're both kind of the same.
The closest I ever came, it's not actually close, but it was what is that? Lucid dreaming.
I've never had that. You know who has a lot of, who's like a prolific lucid dreamer is James Cruz. Do you ever?
I am too.
Oh, are you?
I lucid dream all the time,
That's
and it is actually the raddest thing. Like,
It is pretty cool.
I have a couple of weird little dream abilities. Like, so almost always at some point in the dream, I become lucid. You know, there's vivid dreaming, right? But there's lucid dreaming where you know that you're in a dream. And when that happens, which is very often, if something is going awry in the dream and I don't like what's going on, I literally just do this. I go and I shake myself and pop myself out of the dream, and it works every time.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's crazy. I have lucid dreams all the time. I didn't used to, but the last like 7 years or so, it's just been almost every dream. At some point, I become lucid, and it's very trippy.
I've never been able to do it, but then again, I never really tried to do it because I'm not in my dreams. My dreams are weird because they're always like from a third person perspective. Like I'm watching a movie. It's not third person, but it's more like I'm watching a movie on a movie screen than something I'm involved in.
Yeah, I have some dreams like that, but mostly
all my
mine
dreams.
are first person. That's interesting.
Yeah, they're first person, but there's very, very rarely is there any emotion behind what I'm watching.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, I don't know if that's normal or not. It's just the way it's always been for me. Granted, I have had some emotional dreams where, you know, I'm drowning or whatever, but I got shot in a dream once.
Oh boy. Yeah, and I have this thing. So this is kind of an interesting thing. Also, is you know, and sometimes in dreams when I'm like when I'm about like where I'm kind of in the process of becoming lucid, I guess, or like I'm not sure if I'm lucid or not. Or really, I guess a better way to explain it is when I'm lucid, but I'm not sure if it's a dream or not, I have a test that lets me know if I'm dreaming or not. And the test is, can I light a cigarette? For some reason, I can never light a cigarette in my dreams. It just like, it will not light and it doesn't work. So that's like my test. And if I'm not sure if I'm in a dream or not, I'll try to light a cig. And if it, you know, if the fire doesn't work, how fire works, it's like, oh, okay, this is a dream. Okay, got it. And then I carry on or wake up, depending on what's going on.
Should try one thing I know. When we were doing Nox Mente, we asked a bunch of people this: have you ever seen or used your phone in a dream?
I don't think I have.
Nobody has. It's
Yeah,
the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing. It's one of the things we found. Nobody has dreams about their phone or uses their phone. In fact, most dreamers never even used any kind of electronic device. It was devoid of them.
In any dream?
Any dream.
I've played video games in dreams, but I've rarely, but I've definitely never used or even seen a cell phone.
It's more like a handheld device. Computers, I know people see computers. I myself have used computers in my dreams. That's different. In fact, I used to get ideas for programs in my dreams and then write them the next day. The company I started in 1999 was from a dream that I sold.
Wow.
Nice.
And
I did have a dream once that after I watched Nightmare on Elm Street, that Freddy was after me, and that whole phone scene, that was part of my dream.
I know I've had dreams about analog phones, but I've never had a dream about my cell phone. That's what I'm talking about.
That's right. It was a landline phone.
Yeah.
It was a landline phone.
Analog stuff,
I've
it's no problem. It's weird that everybody we talk to, nobody could remember using a cell phone in a dream.
Well,
could
so
be
Dragonrose in
digital.
the chat says that there's phones, but they never work in her dreams. Like she'll be trying to call for help, she says, but the phone doesn't
I can
work.
see that.
I mean, is it a cell phone, Dragonrose, or is it like a landline phone in those dream situations?
I can
Curious
see
to
that.
know.
I've had dreams where I tried to scream and I couldn't, scream or stuff like that. Do things where I couldn't. Hit glass won't break or something like that.
Yeah. Then the other one is
Dude, what are you doing? Get off
Okay,
my
well,
desk.
Dragonrose, you are the first person I've met who has
oh wow, cell phone.
has
Okay, yeah.
knowledge of using a cell phone in a dream.
Interesting.
Literally for the last however long we did Noxmente, 5 years, not one person ever could remember using a cell phone in a dream.
That's interesting.
That's cool.
Cat.
Good to know.
A cat.
The cell phones have broken through to the energetic layer of the dreaming time.
Interesting.
We should probably be concerned.
Wonder if it was a Nokia.
Don't look now, but we're about to be killed.
But yeah, speaking of which, Verizon just straight up was down for over 24 hours all across the country. I don't know if you guys have Verizon, but
no.
Yeah, just straight up no service for over 24 hours.
Actually, I take that
for
back.
me.
My work phone is a Verizon phone.
I'm a T-Mobile man. I've been on T-Mobile
Other
since I
phones
was
I
on
think
Nextel. I was on Nextel for a while, and then went to T-Mobile. Been on it for 25 years.
Wow.
Nextel.
Yeah, I've been on Verizon for about 25 years, except for 1 year in 2019. I switched to T-Mobile and had such a horrific experience with them. I went back to Verizon, even though it's mostly their customer service is useless. That was the problem. But yeah, it's definitely a better deal, T-Mobile, as far as money goes.
I have
Your buddy Mello.
Yeah.
Your buddy Mello said cell phone.
Well, he's a really weird dreamer anyway. He's like a super lucid dreamer kind of guy. OBE guy, if I remember correctly. Back me up here, Jonathan.
That's funny.
I have a T-Mobile plan with 3 lines, 2 for my girls, 1 for me. And we have unlimited data, unlimited calling, all that shit. It's $206 a month. We're on some grandfather plan.
Not bad.
Very nice. Not too many companies grandfather their stuff in anymore.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the shoe to drop on that.
Yeah, it's just
It
a matter of time.
most likely will watch.
I was just
Your
remembering,
email soon.
going back to our initial conversation about Portland. The ICE detention facility is kitty cornered to an apartment building. Like across the street on the corner, there's an apartment building, and all the nonsense going on all night is keeping them up. Plus, all the tear gas is blowing into their windows and everything. It's making them sick. And I'm getting to the point. One of the people in that building who was complaining the most about it sued the city because the city wasn't. Those people are breaking noise ordinances, and the cops refused to do anything because they would be helping ICE if they did. And because of sanctuary policies, the mayor told them to stand down. So she sued the city to make them enforce their noise ordinances. And the judge sided with the city and told her to go fuck off. The funny part, I don't know if it's funny to me, her name. The woman's name was Cloud Elvengrail.
Oh, that sounds like a Harry Potter name.
Doesn't it? It's a cool name. But that's like her legal name, Cloud Elvengrail. It was just
Wow.
wild to see
Nice.
it in a court document. I read the case, the lawsuit. Yeah, but the judge sided with the cops. Said no, they don't have to do that. Okay.
Wow.
So
This cat doing.
another thing I'm curious to hear your take on, Jerry, is I don't think we ever talked about this since this went down, because we haven't done a midnight blend in a while. Most of it's been doing pulp addicts, right? So
That's really why I called us to do this.
but I'm wondering, what did you make of the whole Katy Perry and their friends, their whole little going in Earth or going up to the
Oh,
the
They
thing
went
they
up to
did.
the Carmen line and came back.
Right. So, but what do you make of the thing with the door? How they somehow, I'm sure you saw that where
Yes,
the capsule.
my 2
what
cents.
that's supposed to be.
Yeah,
so
my
it's-
2 cents. That entire stunt was a promotional promo shoot, whatever, photo op for kicking off her new tour, which started 2 weeks after that, which she promoted in the interviews following. It was a look at me. Hey, guess what? I'm doing a new tour next week. They didn't go into space.
Yeah.
They were not. They were called astronauts after that. That really was just hilarious. And it was, so empowering for those women to go up into space. And she was like a fucking retard in the camera with the flower. Did you see that shit?
Yeah,
Spinning
they
the
weren't even
flower.
looking out the window. They're
I
like
know.
looking at trinkets and stuff.
They were looking at their phones and shit more
Yeah.
than they were living in the experience of what was happening.
Yeah, but the thing that was really odd to me was once the thing came back in the ground, before they get out,
they
Jeff
popped the door open.
Bezos is supposed to use this giant tool to unlock this sealed door that cannot be opened from the inside. Yet, before that happens, like an idiot, she pushes the thing open from the inside. Then they close it back up and act like that didn't happen. And then he goes up with the tool and acts like he's unlocking it. So what's that all about?
It was staged.
So it was, that's my takeaway too.
Did they go up in the air? Probably. But whatever,
then the other,
whatever they shot when it was down. Why weren't there any reentry marks on the capsule?
That's what I was about to say. That was the other one.
Yeah.
No, not even a nano scratch on that thing.
There are a lot of stupid people who watch shit on the internet, and they will believe anything. So, and I'm okay with that. Because we're never going to fix them.
Yeah, you just kind of have to accept that, right? But it's, and recently it's really been like I'm just losing so much more faith in humanity because of the sort of sheeple mind mentality that still persists to this day. I have a couple of random examples that are, you see it everywhere, but some light examples in the video game industry that it's not worth explaining the whole story, but just people just literally not thinking for themselves at all. And it's like if somebody went out and said like, hey, the grass is blue, and literally and people just read it, so they just agree. And it's like 95% of people now are saying grass is blue. It's like that level of stupidity that I'm seeing all across the board.
It's like a mind virus.
Yeah, it's deeply concerning.
Dude,
that in
you
this
don't know the
day
half
and
of
age,
it.
I'm sure I don't. It really worries me. Like, man, if we can't even, like in these video game examples I have, like people can't okay, I'll just explain real quick. So there's, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection is coming out, right? A bunch of the classic Mortal Kombat games all in one bundle. They listen to the fans. Which versions of MK2 do you want? All this kind of stuff. And so everybody's all happy except for one group of people, which includes me. So they included Mortal Kombat 4, but they didn't include Mortal Kombat Gold, which is essentially Ultimate Mortal Kombat 4. They added a bunch of extra characters. They improved, like, everything about it's better, graphics, audio, everything, and extra characters. Like, remember how they had Mortal Kombat 3 for like 6 months, and then there was Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 with all the extra characters, and that's what everybody played, right?
I never played any of them.
And
I just
yeah,
didn't realize.
yeah,
Ultimate came out that fast.
yeah, it was pretty quick. Like, remember the original Mortal Kombat 3? Scorpion wasn't even in it, and people were like, "What the fuck?" And then they released
What?
Ultimate
He
Mortal
wasn't?
Kombat 3. Yeah, the only Mortal Kombat he wasn't in was the vanilla version of Mortal Kombat 3. So anyway, a bunch of people. So it's the same thing with Mortal Kombat 4 and Mortal Kombat Gold. Gold is essentially Ultimate Mortal Kombat 4. So a lot of people were like, "But that's not included in this collection." And so people were like, "Why did you include 3 and Ultimate 3, but you're not including Gold along with the original 4?" And 95% of people are like, "Oh, MK Gold, the shittier version of Mortal Kombat 4." And it's seriously like 95% of people are saying that because back when Gold came out, which was 2 years after the original MK4, during that 2 years, there was a huge leap in gaming, and it's all based from this one review that IGN gave, where the original MK4 in 97 got like an 8.8 out of 10, but the Dreamcast version, MK Gold, Ultimate MK4, if you will, came out 2 years later and got like a 6 out of 10. So people just saw that number and thought, "Oh, it must be a shitty version." Not on top of the fact it was on the Dreamcast. Not many people had the Dreamcast, so a lot of people didn't play it. So they just assumed it was a shittier version. Meanwhile, the actual words in the review specifically say, "Oh, it's MK4, but the graphics are improved, the audio's improved, there's more characters. If you loved MK4, you're going to love this." But they weren't comparing it to MK4. They were comparing it to the other 1999 games. They were comparing it to like Soul Calibur, for example. Like, this sucks compared to Soul Calibur. But since nobody read the words and they just looked at the number, they just assumed it's a shitty version. They don't even know there's extra characters in it, like, but it's literally improved in every way. So, and all over Reddit, everywhere you go where people are talking about it, you just have all these people saying matter-of-factly, like, "Oh, why do you want MK Gold? I don't understand. It's just a shittier version." And but it's insane. Like, just the herd mindset of people literally not knowing what they're talking about, and the 5% of people that do are being ostracized, and shit on. And it's so again, this is just something as simple as video games that this is happening in. So when it comes to things that matter, like geopolitical situations and actual information that people need to know, we're fucked if we can't even get
That's where society's at.
Yeah, I mean,
I could run down a list of things that people believe because they've been told over and over and over again by the media that it's true.
Yeah, that's all you have to do is just repeat it.
Yes, it's called MK Ultra. It's not actually MK Ultra. It's more of a
Project Mockingbird.
Mockingbird is the insertion of the propaganda into the media, but the actual mind control techniques were developed by the Nazis, and Edward Bernays, specifically Edward Bernays, came up with the idea. This was the father of modern advertising, the whole repeat something 3 times and it becomes true kind of idea, which isn't necessarily true, but if you repeat something long enough, even Goebbels said, I mean, there's a quote out there with Goebbels, repeat a lie enough times and people will believe it to be true. And it's just because it's all they hear, and it somehow, and then once you get that confirmation bias, they will, and if they believe that already, they'll never go back and change. Even if you present them with facts and say, look, what you believe is not true, you'll start getting, but what about this? But what about that? And then when you get to the actual fact of it, they'll start to attack you.
And that's what's happening with the
with
Mortal
everything.
Kombat Gold situation. Yeah, and there's a really good little experiment that some team put together. I have this clip somewhere, but I'm not going to find it. So it's set up at a doctor's office waiting room, right? It's a bunch of people sitting down. Everybody's in on the experiment except one person who comes in last into the waiting room. And every, like on the speakers, a little beep would play. Beep. And every time the beep went off, all of the actors in the room would just stand up and sit back down.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady that wasn't in on it, she looked confused. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is everybody standing up every time it beeps? But after 2 or 3 beeps of them keeping on doing it, she starts doing it too, right? And then one by one, all of the actors leave, and now it's just that lady, and then some actual real people come in to the waiting room, and the beeps keep going, so that lady's standing up. And then the other new person is like, wait, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, I don't know, but they were all doing it, so I'm doing it. He's like, oh, okay. And then as all these more real people come in, they all are standing up to the beep every single time. Like, it's that simple. That's all you have to do is, along with keeping on repeating it, is just have enough people repeating it. All you need is
It's like Pavlov's dog.
Right. And when you control the media to such a degree that certain group of people do, it's everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's to
And
the
then
point where
the outlets that actually tell you the truth or are more objective even are demonized by those other outlets. You know, I mean, how long have we heard that, you know, you can't trust information you hear on the internet from podcasters or from alt media? Those kind of ideas. I mean, they've been prominent forever.
Yeah, and it's just, for some reason, it's just been, that kind of shit has just been extra frustrating for me, and it's really pissing me off. Like, there's members of my family that are so affected and fall for that kind of stuff. It's like to the point where I feel like I deserve to sue the federal government for like literally brainwashing my family members. Like, not that I know what's going on at all, but I know certain things that are definitely not going on. Like, I feel like we are owed something for the psychological damages that have been done to the people we love and care about. Like, and just watching them being sucked up
my
by
parents.
that. Exactly.
My whole family.
Yeah.
You know, I can't even bring up certain topics because they get angry.
Yep. Ditto.
Like physically and emotionally angry. Just bringing up one thing, one specific person. If I mention this person's name, flames come out of their head. It's been interesting to watch happen, and it's not based in reality, and they've been infected by whatever this is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a contagion.
Yeah.
It's a contagion.
It's like a psychological plague.
It's a mind virus. I put a video up on my channel that kind of, I'll try and find it. It kind of digs into it, but not really. This idea that a social contagion can take over a group of people, which it's a known thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically what that experiment
Where's the
was.
dog's tail? I want to learn how to do Christopher Walken now.
Oh man, you should be able to.
It's the cadence.
Everyone tries.
I can do the voice. It's the cadence you got to work on.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about him. I mean,
Fucking,
I know a guy
what's
that
her name? Amy Poehler even does it on Saturday Night Live. But she's the niece. It's that reunion, the fucking family reunion of Christopher Walken. It's hilarious. Just watch it.
Here, I'm going to put a copy of this video.
Yeah, I know a guy that he impersonates Christopher Walken literally for a living. He has a few different voices he does. He does Trump, Obama. He was the one that did it was a really famous video a while back, like, 10 years ago or whatever, where Obama plays Grand Theft Auto Online.
Oh, with Biden and Trump?
Yeah, he did one with Obama. He did one with Trump.
I'm thinking of the Call of Duty one. There was a Call of Duty where all three were playing each other.
Yeah, they also did Call of Duty. I think that was a different group, but yeah. So, but anyway, the original Obama one was hilarious, and he sounds just like him. It's impressive. This guy can do so many different voices, and Walken is another one. And yeah, they have a whole series, the Game Society Pimps, like gameplay walk-in-throughs, where it's like a little, it's a walkthrough, but as Christopher Walken.
That's pretty funny.
There was a really funny bit on, well, it was like a 2-second bit on Rick and Morty. They were in space in Rick's car spaceship thing. And I don't even remember the whole setup for it. It was like, oh, you have GPS? And it had a computer voice or something. The map had a voice to it. I honestly do not remember the entire setup of it for it, but I remember the punchline where he goes, yeah, I had the voice one on, but the celebrity voice, but it was lame. And it said like, you be walking, like Christopher Walken, you know, you're too far away, you be walking. That was totally lame, and it was not funny, and I apologize for that. But
no,
I can imagine.
I have somewhere. God, I don't know where it's at. Might be a WAV file. Back when it was all in its infancy, somebody made a Jordan Peterson voice bot. Do you guys remember that?
Mm-mm.
And I made a bunch. And you could type something in and it would say it like Jordan Peterson. And actually, Peterson sued the guy and he had to take it down. But before that, before it got taken down, I made a bunch of clips of like, for Cruising with Steak, like Cruising with Steak is my favorite podcast kind of thing.
Dude, I've got the perfect, because like with the Waze app, you can record a bunch of lines and install it and have your own voice be the person that speaks, or you can download celebrity ones. I want to make a Christmas present for it. It's like Google Maps, but it's just called Waze.
Yeah, I know Waze. I didn't know you could do that. That's cool.
Yeah, one of my favorite comedians has one, and I have that on my phone. But I'm gonna do for a Christmas present for Elfman. I'm gonna make one of those, and it's just gonna be like, I'm just gonna be just rambling about all kinds of shit and saying everything but turn left, which is what I should be saying.
That's funny.
That'll be my Christmas present for Elfman.
He'll enjoy that. Definitely, he'll enjoy that.
He's the #1 least fan of my voice and talking in general.
Apparently, I never uploaded it to my Google Drive, so it means it was on my hard drive, which crashed, so which means it's lost forever.
But yeah, it's fun to use that feature on Waze, like the one I have. It's basically like this angry old man. It's this character this guy does. Basically an angry old New York sounding guy. And, everything he says is hilarious. Like, so I'll pick up some friends and just like, put the GPS on, have it hooked up to my car speakers. And then, they have no idea what's coming. All of a sudden, out of the speakers, it goes, "Turn left, you idiot!" Or just whatever it says. And it's great fun.
Sweet.
All right, cool. Wrap it up there, Dave.
Let's wrap it up then, guys. That's about it.
Good talk.
Well, thanks, everyone.
Good talk.
Yeah, good talk, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. Good to see everyone out there. I'm sure there's more people coming in late, which is fine, but we got to go.
Haha.
And yeah. So, anyways, that's it. I'm ready to go.
Very cool.
Right on. Well, yeah, if we don't see you guys before then, have a great Halloween, everybody. I'm looking forward. So this is going to be the first, for some reason, this is the first year that Halloween falls on a show date for Shift Happens. As long as we've been doing it. It's never been on Friday somehow. But yeah, got a special show planned for that. An OG Shift Happens person will be coming on the show that day. That hasn't been on in many years. So
Cool.
that'll be fun. But
on.
yeah,
Take a look at
happy
watch
spooky
that.
season, everybody.
Jerry, you got anything going on for Halloween or anything?
No.
Airplane mode or anything like that?
I'm looking to get one off probably not next week, but the week after. So the 22nd. I don't know what the Wednesday is in 2 weeks.
Sweet.
So I've got a show planned. I got everything set up. I just got to tell Nish and like get motivated to do it. It's me. I'm being lazy. So it's all on me. It's not her.
I'm sure you got your reasons.
She'll do it. Yeah, because I'm fucking lazy. That's why.
Yeah.
So,
I'm part lazy and part busy.
I do a show on
I have
Tuesday
that.
night, and it's like, I don't want to do another one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally feel that. And Dragonrose says she's going to Mount Wilson for a Halloween party with Jeff Rennell. That's pretty
Oh, well,
badass.
that
That's-
sounds pretty damn cool. So
You got to watch
have
out for
fun,
that guy.
Dragonrose.
He's a pincher.
Good old Jeff. It's been a while since I've talked to him.
I haven't talked to him in a while either.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up. Have a good night, everyone. And we'll
Peace.
see you on the flip side.